you start to see it.
Hello, everybody! This is Jack in the Box James. No camera for this one, unfortunately. Merry Christmas, everyone! I decided to play a game my friend gave me earlier this year. What's better way to start off with Christmas to play a game that censors everybody? I don't like this one.
Vassal slaves were just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
Is this like DLC and stuff?
Good evening, I'm Megan Moore.
Alright.
And I'm Jeremy Johnson.
Game name.
Starting!
Let's say Jim's World. You know what? Billy?
Yes.
What a wild ride this is.
The Billy Show. Oh no.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
The Fox is lying to you.
Friends and neighbors, and have confidence that
The viewers are...
keep you safe.
Okay, which one should I... A broadcaster? We'll try a broadcaster.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Oh, yeah. I
That's all
don't...
coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
I've never played this game before. I think I've seen it once. So I have no idea what I'm doing. Probably need to turn this down. It went into like cheery music to like da 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 da. Ah, yes, face jump scare. The election. Oh!
The
Oh,
election.
fucking boy. Alright, let me... TV screens. I want to just put everything at 70. How's that sound?
Well, on the stream, the audio seems rather okay, I guess. Let me check again once you're on post.
Back. Alright. Fat Tony.
Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the
Audio's good.
screens.
Okay.
The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left.
Alright.
Don't worry. I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time.
No.
Now, have a
Oh,
look to your
no.
left.
Let's censor Jack in the Box James. What?
These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Oh my god, there's a cooling system. No!
You've turned the trip switch back off, there's no power.
God damn, Five Nights at Freddy's.
No.
You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Pre-Christmas. That's for Alan James. He had the word James in him.
getting a signal from the studio soon? When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Corn and mayonnaise?
You don't see if you make me go out and postures.
I'm glad that you can.
Increase our view.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. It's how I show love. It's the national weather. You persist. Going in 5.
I would get fired.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay,
Moving on
we're
up.
all good. Next is going to be the throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer
I don't know
Johnny
what
Leaves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated.
I'm terrified. I don't know what the fuck I'm
We'll be
doing.
going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party their historic
Right, button
That's
2
all coming up on
in
tonight.
3,
National
2,
Nightly News.
1. Nah, lovely, mate.
Oh!
Next thing is the throwback to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Oh! Oh! Wait, is this really how they do it, Billy? This is how they show, like, the fucking... It's a separate video, just recorded.
Here it comes.
I don't know how it works,
Switch to
honestly.
screen 1. Nah, lovely, mate.
But first,
I like
the
how I
votes
just
are in when it's
censored and it
decisive win
lost,
to advance.
like, 3
Get a bit of
people.
interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However,
I can tell this is going to get
Right, it's going
excruciating.
well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play
I'm
the
gonna
first one
get
and the first
overwhelmed
break
so
and
quickly.
on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3,
That's all coming
2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh, I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the
I like
same
how I can
policy
see
we
this.
use with you.
I thought that was our little secret.
It's all right, he doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wicked, we made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things
Fuck you!
interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1, try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2,
Okay, I can do
don't
that.
stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3, don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not
Stay
as
on who's talking, no
complicated as
shot
it
longer than
sounds.
10 seconds,
You've seen
reaction shots
programs on
longer than 3
television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the
Screen one,
National
Jeremy.
Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get
our
ready to
very
go
own
to Megan
football
on
reporter,
screen
Megan
4.
Okay.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today,
Come on, guys! You like random flashes, right?
Screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch.
Fuck! fuck?
For coming on.
Oh my dear.
Holy shit! I lost so many people.
That being with you today is a
Two for the white now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
I lost so many fucking people. Point of view, me running the YouTube channel.
medicated. Yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap. He
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
To the Thunder Twat.
All right, this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly,
I think I can do this now. I'm like, fuck.
Two best actors, if I remember correctly.
it's so sweet of you to mention it. But I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding. Giving.
Billy, I'm scared.
Suffering.
I'm terrified.
I suppose in the end,
And I lost everyone on my YouTube
I
feed.
do that I inspire.
Pretty fucking accurate.
But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of
They
this
do not like
historic
Rapid
election
Obsession.
result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite
Bit of sense.
Remember the 10-second rule.
that one should always strive to
2, 3.
not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week
Right,
around
they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Cool, looks like Blunderclash is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit tricky.
Fuck.
Or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know that?
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
Nolans mustn't think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
But I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
So I'm affecting the audio of the clip right now.
Downwards.
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
We can stop it all.
Bloody perfect, mate.
We have to ask ourselves.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Why are they staring at the clock?
explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen here is about 2 seconds behind the master screen.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button
This
or the
hurts.
spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts.
Oh,
It can
God.
take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lines up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
Only 85 minutes from the coast, and with more than 2 areas of outstanding
How do I turn this off?
Isn't it time you're
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advanced Headquarters, where the two leaders, Headquarters and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast.
Go
shit,
for it,
he's
Pat.
pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do
He's
I
drunk
start?
and pissed.
What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, light, southern bastard trick like the people
Only got a bit of the word.
right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebrations. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put. But to be honest, you can blame Peter for celebrating. Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that advance under
God,
the
this is
political
multitasking at a
That
motherfucking.
is what you have when
Oh
going
God.
well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change.
Fuck you!
But today is day one.
You failed to
of a new
censor that one, James.
There was one I missed.
future. So perhaps we should all
The one you just said.
Except for the rich.
Oh.
For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we come here to address the
Oh no! No!
Fired.
Fucking fired!
Working with the tax office, we have produced a
All you have to do is throw in one other thing and I fuck up.
country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of probably you're because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth off
Shut
the
up.
shore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
That's so.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. You'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats.
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs.
I'm adapting! I'm adapting, Billy!
They've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
Hold it down a bit long there, mate.
Oh.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble.
Oh.
So, that's all from us.
I like how I've got back to green at least.
We'll be
I was like right here, Billy.
coverage of the first day under Advance.
I think people cussing would make.
Peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
The job's fine. No! Fire me!
Some weird fever dream. Am I dying now or something?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
Nope, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades...
If I don't stop playing this for like 3 days, I will never be able to play this again. I'm just saying it.
Select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
Where did I fuck
Don't
up?
worry, mate. I'll be your tutorial.
You really want to understand what happened during the show. You got a graph there showing you what the audience did. They're a fickle fucking bunch. And of course, you can really drill into the details if you want to get better at making TV. I never came here, never once. Right, this is the important page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
Jesus!
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world, tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks. Alright, mate, welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom.
Oh God.
Get to the bit you want to see.
Oh God.
In a few moments, we'll be going live.
I like how you
to
dropped
tonight's
off in
National
section
Nightly
3.
News.
Like it was
But before that,
So let's see how bad I was doing. Let's see that rapid
That's the role
session.
that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
Oh no, now I understand why everybody hates it. I hate it.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those.
No.
Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going 5, 4.
Poopa.
Good evening, Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up.
I get it. This is really fucking cool though. James.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
I know. I think they think you won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake,
Oh, I
come
couldn't
on.
see
It's
chat.
a huge day. It's not an...
Absolute bonehead. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agree with one BC interview.
Damn, I didn't know that was in there, guys.
Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin bloody ice, Rob. Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
Oh.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Time to make this guy look like an asshole.
Expose that motherfucker.
Oh, wait.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
The Billy Show.
An unexpected forum. Am I home? Is this my house? I still can't.
Yeah.
You arrive home to find a post on map, most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curious to get the better of you. It's a form from the new advanced government asking for permission and all. The first page is filled in already. Alex Winston, Sam Winston, children, Charles Winston. Well, you muse. At least they got the basics right. The rest of the questions are left to you to complete. Appear to be mandatory. Be friendly. Introduce yourself to new coworkers. But you at college in a different department has confined in you. They've been taking home confidential information. Now a file of minor importance has gone missing. Would you?
This is the government talking about.
Yeah, I know. An entire department was fired today for consistent. Your boss has put in place new targets that are I'm fired. That are significantly higher than the previous. Would you? It's the annual company barbecue, and you and your family have been invited. You've had a long. Why is everything glitching now? I'm about to be abducted. You have had a long, successful career, and now are about to retire. In your speech, your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listening to music or making models. Attend politic rally. Nope. Encourage to support your children with their hobbies. I'm gonna put that one. Your ideal hallway gateway would be surrounded by natural, exploring someone. It is not most important that the government keeps people. Thank you for your cooperation. A family matter. Oh no, what is this game? It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up your favorite coffee mug, a worn out souvenir of your first trip together. The print's faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock on the window brings you back to reality. There's in the garden, catching a bloody neon suitcases. Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly strapped. Chris takes a deep breath. This is not just about broadcasting. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex. Chris stimmers. But I need a favor. You're the only one I can ask. No problem. What's going on? I'm in crippling debt! You must have seen all the crazy advanced stuff. The Assisted Wealth Act, they're calling it, taking people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit. You never seen this agitated. I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money. Chris adds hastily. Oh God. Oh, this is the suitcase. But they can't afford it. People like me, we're going to lose everything. That's awful, but I'm not sure how I can help. You always the well-off one of them. They're going to take everything, Alex. Everything I've spent my life building. I can't let that happen. I need a favor, Chris. Fine. I need to borrow your passport.
Oh my god, it is just like Papers, Please.
They've taken mine and half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look similar, so Chris is pacing that. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe, but... Alright, Billy. I'm gonna flip a coin. Chris Mawful, you're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. I've treated your children like they were my own. We're family. Does that mean nothing to you? Fuck it. Which one should I say, Billy?
I don't even know.
Sorry, Chris, it's against the law. You'll just have to accept it. Give away your passport. Family loyalty is achievement. For the first time, Chris smiles. It's infectious. Thanks, I really appreciate it. I'll get back in touch with once I'm safe out of the country. Chris takes the passport and decidedly grabs the note. I didn't want to do this in a video. Hello, Rainbow Man. I didn't want to do this in a video game. You head to bed hoping you can praise some of the do it away from Sam without waking them. I don't like this anymore.
You just lost your passport, buddy.
Yeah, I know. But if he's outside, he can probably get me out. So, that's the idea.
Maybe.
The fallout.
Oh god.
Okay, Fallout New Vegas.
Let's get set up and get on with it, so I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You know, load the tapes under the desk, look down. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they? You can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts
Dave was your...
Not the best source of consumer advice.
That's written right there.
When it explodes, going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with the leading
Make them look
economist
really
and
bad, make them look really good.
With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes...
I think if I play this a game, I think I'll pick the toy. Yeah, I picked the toy. If I play this again, I will, like, just get fired. I'll make another profile and play, like, evil.
The markets have responded favorably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in the announcement.
I think there's a little bug.
This afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehouse.
Oh, God.
Sophia promises it will be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg-Horgensford.
Look at number 4. He's about to throw hands. He's about to throw hands.
Underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful...
I don't know how to feel. I guess I have to finish this game now. Because there's more than just this.
The pair stated, "We will face the
Oh, God. I'm terrified, Billy.
You have to make horrible decisions.
Yeah, I know.
Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped, leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very program. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance...
What was the name of that?
And
this is easier.
With advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight, are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors who are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
30 seconds back, everybody. Can we get the guests in quickly?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no! No!
Why is it increasing? Oh, God. Right.
I was like, fuck that.
Speaking of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy
Sorry!
ourselves and this planet. There's of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs.
That's not censored, surprisingly.
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. war is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes.
What the fuck? This fucking dystopian bullshit.
Act has made more than 90% of the population.
I think I'm getting better, but it's just the keypads that are fucking with me.
Bollocks!
It's so fucking
Lady
accurate,
doesn't
bro.
understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal...
I like how bollocks was a cuss word.
Pedophiles.
But based on the facts...
Yeah, that was bullshit. I'm sorry. Bollocks is... Well, it's England. Never mind. Bloody hell is like the worst thing you could say over there. It's like, alright, cool.
Our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get
Okay,
me wrong,
Alex.
I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much you being
I think that's what I was supposed to do.
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see you soon.
I like how I played Alan James. That was on accident.
Oh no.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
How's it going? Actually, fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later. Bye.
Bullshit, you will. She's good. You know she is.
So this is how much we have time.
That's all I can do.
10 seconds, everybody. Little drinky's going to the big bad country with water.
If that sticks, I'll just...
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem.
Oh, so that alarm doesn't mean anything bad. That just means this needs to be fucked
to meet
with.
the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problem.
I fucking passed.
On the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can.
This is all bullshit. I hate the news myself. Why did I do this?
Quality of support you can offer.
Oh, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural
I think
level.
Markiplier actually.
Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servant.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime.
Oh God,
Do you
number
think
two.
there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for a
Fuck!
return to the days when you
Don't!
could
I fucking hate this! Oh no!
looking
I've...
out your windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
Okay, I think I...
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gay...
Oh.
In the Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, a bloody gimp's escaped. Delia? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just
What the
it's the immigrants who are
What?
responsible.
Why are we just ignoring this?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was staying the battery.
No, what the fuck is this? What the fuck am I playing?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday.
I-
You go back in your gimp space. You
It is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people.
I can only imagine.
Oh, hang on just a
What
moment.
the fuck?
Oh my God.
Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said get
Clive,
in your
I am
gimp
not
space.
having this again.
Mummy said get back in your gimp space.
Fucking news reporter.
As I was saying, Jeremy, the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians. do we? Look, when our daughter Alice...
I didn't expect this.
I didn't either.
What the hell?
I fucking love this game. I fucking love you. Thank you, Lunar, for giving me this.
And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter.
I think somebody played this
Has
before.
recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault.
a very well-made game.
menacing a swamp. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us?
No,
what's
he's
like
gonna be
in
a
prison,
censor
Tony?
motherfucker.
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalization, as you can imagine.
Oh, is this not gonna go off, please?
Titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party.
Oh.
A bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Open!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have
There's
you
no
been
one
able
there.
to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris,
Oi, oi.
Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
Oh God.
This one's, yeah?
No.
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Open!
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this guy?
Open!
You are joking. Chrissy Freebollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal
No
there, Tony.
fucking way. Let's believe that.
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes? 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought. You, the viewer at home, about to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
I'll play the Mr. Struggles then.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bin.
Where is he? In his dressing room, probably banging his head against the wall.
My favorite character so far is the guy that got me the job.
Welcome back. How hard can it be?
This is
Dave, my beloved.
10 seconds, everybody. We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5.
Thank you for letting me know.
4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful,
I hate all these people.
We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
Yeah. That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home.
I want to punch all of you.
Maybe she's you, Megan.
I low-key want to punch all of you.
Put it in, coach. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your
Maths
teacher
is
while
really
you run off and
important.
get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this old democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short
Fuck.
section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
I don't like any of this.
Gary. Oh heavens, no! It's Gary the Fist. Gary
So much pain.
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father? Violent father.
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? Oh, my arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all 3 of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
What is this one times thing?
Take a look at me. Take a little look at me.
Oh shit!
I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your crew lads. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
I think I'm doing pretty well, Billy.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate.
I get-
The park was hip, but the flats weren't
I
great.
get it.
Dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum, and for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner? Woman?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
If you
They fucked me up. They put a camera in there that's not supposed to be there. You fucking dick!
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes! Oh.
Bro, this guy is not
Well,
entertained.
thankfully, that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
Fucking hell!
Believe about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
The telethon unlocked? Hey, I made a bee, Billy! Oh. Billy? 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 Billy's gone. What?
What?
Welcome back. I'm still in crippling deck.
Hooray.
A late night. Get to the theater slightly early and Sam's already there waiting dressed to the minus. You smile widely as you join hands and take your seats in the private. The tickets arriving at your doormat on Monday with a taped thank you from Chris. You'll get your passport back soon enough, apparently. This show isn't to your usual taste. A pretentious opera in a language you know for a fact that Chris doesn't speak either. When the show finally ends, how many blows do these people need? You stand in line to get your coat and Sam and you carries with hilarious impression. The couple in front of you are talking about the relocation of people who couldn't pay their new tax bill. It sounds awful. All right, you're reading from now on. Billy.
Wow. Alright, when you get home, you're still laughing as Sam heads upstairs to shower before bed. You notice your 14-year-old son isn't home. There's a note on the kitchen table and there's almost a legible scroll. It says he's at a friend's house. It's a school night, so you go over there and march him home, or you trust Charlie, he'll be home soon. By the time you reach the friend's house, your temper is boiling over. On seeing you, Charlie loses it and tells you in no uncertain terms where you can shove your ride home. You end up in a full-blown argument in front of his friend and their parents. It's mortifying. You make your excuses and quickly escort him to the car. It starts to rain as you drive, both of you silently fuming, and the sound of the downpour is the only thing that punctures the atmosphere in the car. What was that about, Charlie? He sighs a sigh of someone much older than his 14 years. I want to be the one who decides what I do, not you. It's not fair. He has to learn boundaries. You ground him, or spin enough bad blood to go easy on him. You were young once, and really, he's a good kid. You promise not to tell your partner, and he grumpily promises not to do it again. What Sam doesn't know won't hurt them.
I've been very neglectful to my life. Holy shit! It's been a month! A gentle reminder. Why do they call it the scheme?
Oh, fuck. Oh no. We work as a team and we're rewarded as a team. Full works together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Chris is safe. That's all that matters. You hope.
Yay, it's accurate now!
Day 48, tight Christmas. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow is settled in the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. Across from you is Chris's empty seat, probably on a tropical beach somewhere, you think. You catch Sam's eye, who breaks into a smile, clearly thinking the same thing. Even without Chris, the food has had to be stretched a little thinner this year, but no one seems to notice. Christmas really can be a wonderful time of year. Crippling debt. You look around the room at your family. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Or you stay silent, or you make a toast. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. Well, most of us. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Your daughter, Susie, seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You raise a questioning eyebrow. I'm not gonna like this, am I? You joke. You know me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year, Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. You laugh or you frown. I knew it. I'm a mind reader, you chuckle as your 19-year-old daughter rolls her eyes. You wish you could say yes without worrying, but now that your mother has had to move in, things aren't quite as simple anymore. Just how much are we talking here? Only a few hundred, she mumbles as she pushes a stray pea around her plate. It takes a great effort for you not to spit your mulled wine across the table onto your elderly mother. I know it's a lot, darling, Sam interjects, but trains are expensive. This is a great opportunity for her, and I did already say she could go. I'm sorry, but that's money we just don't have. You're right. We'll make it work somehow. Crippling debt. Selling the other kidney.
Is that what the achievement said?
That's what, top left.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, no. Susie's grin stretches from ear to ear. You mean it? That's so great. Thank you.
I need to work better.
The mood soars as Sam puts a paper hat on your head. Ooh. Wait.
Sorry.
We're supposed to enjoy that Christmas cheer while we could. We're losing our other kidney, James. Oh, God. Day 72, a long weekend. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Oh, no! Every year, you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages, finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. The answering machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you'll be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then fury. What are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs brimming with excitement. Kissing you, they grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the bag.
Alright,
Ignore the message. You need this. Oh, God.
Go, just keep reading it.
Ignore the message. You need this weekend. Or apologize profusely to your spouse, but you really should go into work. Bozeman's temper is legendary. To be honest, we are selling the other kidney. I don't think we can afford the anniversary.
Heads or tails?
I'll say heads is the first one, tails is the second one.
And it's tails.
Are we going into work? You sigh heavily. You're going to go, aren't you? The voice behind you makes you whip around. You nod simply. I get it. Your family's always been your priority, but sometimes work has to come first. You should go. Sam pulls you close and holds you tight. A wave of gratitude washes over you. You unpack in disappointed silence.
Oh, I hate this game. It makes me feel things. I don't like games that make me feel things.
God.
God, I want to go back to the normal game. I don't want no more of these.
Put me top left.
Oh, I literally said that in my head before this.
Your son, Charlie, hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the Advanced Go-Getters today. Forwards together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Advance, you said. I love Advance. I think Advance is a great company. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts the form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after. So you won't have to do anything. You sign the permission slip for your son to join the Advanced Go-Getters, or you refuse to sign the form for your son. Oh. Giving in, or potentially risking your relationship. Oh shit. Your son is thrilled. It's heartwarming to see him so passionate about becoming an active member, part of the community. This can only be a good thing. This is not communism.
Can we go back? A free ticket.
Can we go back to the selling the other kidney part? I think I prefer that one. Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you, brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right in front of you. I'm really unsure. What do you think? Shall we go? Free tickets are free tickets. He's a character and he'll be hilarious if nothing else. Or, I don't think so. The guy's a nut job. The show is entertaining, but much less funny than you thought. He's a powerful public speaker and something about it sticks in your mind. Lying in bed that night, wide awake long after Sam's breathing turns heavy, it hits you. It was the crowd. Not laughing, but roaring. Uh-oh.
Stay neutral.
Oh, shit. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the posts sorted into piles, as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advance logo and urgent respond immediately plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent red font grabbed your attention. Best to get it over with. What is money? Baby, don't hurt me. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advanced government has taken another step forwards in our fight for equality. By nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their net resources among the citizens of this great country, the Partnership Bonds program ensures that the wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being in the manifesto. Uh-oh, that's definitely coming.
I told you.
My communist detectors are off the chart. Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. EOB Eye of the Beholder Incorporated, whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture. You see the beauty in all our customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure, from sport to travel or even just a mean time. You can't say pleasure without leisure. Thank you for making your selection.
I'm back to selling a kidney!
Please return this form using the envelope provided. You'll receive a report from your partnership in 3 to 6 working months. It seems even in advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Just how much influence could you have? Papers, please. Papers, please. Oh, God. It's a very interesting game. I really like it.
This is not what I expected. Oh, finally. I forgot how to play the game.
Alright, mate. I'm going to be your tutorial. I'm replacement Dave.
Oh.
Is it just weird?
It's Boozman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right,
second.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
That well, eh?
Apparently he has
Check your prostate.
No. Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
You're probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement,
I got
we'll be
this, Billy.
asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science,
Which one am I supposed to pick?
hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground.
Okay, I played
I
the
think
bit.
I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
It might seem amusing to us, but clearly this formerly overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future. It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving under advance.
Table for 2. Johnny Hansleaves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple
Oh
have
God,
certainly been on a
it's not
roller
giving you
coaster
the
since they started
option.
dating late last
It
year.
is.
And this
I'm
evening
clicking.
is sure to
What,
place them
what are the
firmly back
difference?
in the
What's the differences though?
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity
I think that's the
wedding
idea.
since professional wrestler
One's good and one's it depend. You gotta make them look good,
tag team partner
or you can make them look evil,
Right.
really bad.
in a wrestling ring made entirely of cake?
Maybe it's the Operation Survive thing that really got me. It was like there's literally no difference.
There was Operation Survive. There was Operation Escape and Survive. I didn't know the difference.
Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a
This is
brand
why
new
I'm here
product
in this
that
seat, and
already
that's why
has the
you're over there.
market buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical.
To be fair, I got
young
the screen
CEO
minimized.
can fulfill her promises.
Described
Probably
as
full
a
screen.
breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
you won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Hooray!
I forgot how to play this game.
I forgot how to be.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs,
Major
we have an
taxes, Jimmy.
exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, with now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and
A
Mrs.
fucking ad.
Tadlock and their 7-year-old
Oh, no.
son, Timothy.
He looks like a fucking
Thanks for
puppet.
spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all. After what you lot did. Irresponsible.
I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. Wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
You be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Ah, yes, that'll be the fur, scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm.
Fucking hell.
Like our cat. Before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be for just $89.99. And then it's the general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Look careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic.
This game's wild.
Do you have nightmares?
Fucking hug me, Emma.
Quite enough of you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Calm down, you're Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on, baby.
Fuck!
One of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin, Harry and stuff.
The questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new Advance mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
This game, bro. This fucking game is wild.
When we come
You know what's funny?
our very own
We're not even on ad block 1.
Sports Board Finals. Stick around. You won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
Oh. She's very good. Megan.
I like this guy.
Watch your back, Jeremy. Women are coming.
I'm more worried about this
Okay.
difficult on my head.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on
God.
the news. Bozeman out.
I like how it's...
Let's get crazy. You want to sleep on your lawn? We've got flower beds.
Should we replay it?
You want to sling a hammer? We'll throw in
Should I replay that segment?
We've got men's sleeping bag, boys sleeping bags, couples sleeping
You
bags,
want to?
sleeping bags.
Yeah, I want to do it. I want to retry. Oh! Yay, got achievement. It was worth it.
If at first you don't overachieve.
I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully. But make
crazy, Neil.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
That one, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fate.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talked to you.
You're probably just really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Did your personality actually slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Speedrun.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
I'm being recorded
After
right there, I
3 months
bet.
of record
Oh no,
breaking
never mind,
approval
it's the speaker.
ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest...
Oh, his shotgun is hidden.
It might seem amusing to us, but clearly this formerly overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future. It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving under advance.
Table for 2. Johnny Hansleaves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest...
I think they give you hints of what image you're supposed to show too. So I think I fucked up on the last one, and this is the one I'm supposed to show, and the other one I was supposed to show the other one.
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is heralding a sexual revolution. Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later,
and our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh, this dumb thing. I could do better, Billy. Alright, Billy, what do you think of this game?
Absolutely wild, and I'm actually interested in the story.
I am too.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, your bloody
Thing's
luck
gonna go
wasn't
off.
any time with you at all after what you lot did. Irresponsible.
I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. Wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy.
So what do you think is happening in the world right now? Like, do you think this is like dystopian?
Who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy.
Yeah, I think you know how they like took the those companies like took their assets.
Yeah.
But also they have like products and brands. I feel that it's the certain ideology I can't say on YouTube.
Yes.
That's what they did.
C. It says it start with a C.
Ah, yes. That'll be the fur.
No, it starts with an N.
I was so
Oh,
excited.
text it to me.
My women gave him a big hug.
It's very famous.
Like our cat. Before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehug say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehug was here, and she can't be for just $89.99.
Wow.
And then it's the general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Look careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying
Text me
that
what
one
it
of
is.
his real action eyes is now
I did.
permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
At night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there.
We can say socialism. That's fine.
The children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes.
Well, that's not entirely. It's not entirely accurate. No, that's not entirely accurate.
I know.
Yeah, we can say socialist.
Yeah, we can say
maybe other. We add a little word in front of it. Then it's suddenly not so great. Is it?
Socialism with an
Makes you
N.
do-
Socialism with an N.
Socialism with an N.
So fucked. I'm not a political person. I'm not. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Christmas, everyone.
Oh god.
Think you will ever be what we can call
No, you had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all three of his eyes.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on, baby. Come on. Look. Oh, your poster, your favourite poster. Timmy, are you okay? Oh.
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new Advance mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
I feel better about this one.
It's good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
She's very
I feel better about that one.
Megan,
Yes, yes.
Wow.
watch your back, Jeremy. The women are coming.
I'm more worried about this water dripping onto my head.
A plus! Holy
Nice.
shit! I went from an E to an A plus.
Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
I think if you just get a second chance at it, right, it'll go a lot better, and then we can make more money. But who finds fun in replaying something? Yeah, let's just start to. We gotta sell a third kidney, James.
Well, that's what it says.
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
I want to see us fry.
They're gonna like die.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see you.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Lanky Hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part.
That's fucking wild!
Still going on. Striker go first. Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time.
I'm doing good, Billy.
On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy.
Oh, wow.
Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shots number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
Was there contact? Don't know why you complained. To Harris.
Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know?
This is some made-up sport, by the way.
Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the arguing with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round, Double, Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and
I saved it!
All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and
wow.
Harris absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the Heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound.
I fucking...
Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastery on display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, I've always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves. 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Smith.
On my whistle, on my whistle.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over! I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning.
I'm doing so good.
And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final pose, final poses. Ball boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here.
Come on, off-brand fucking Star-Lord. Chris Pratt.
Tommy Harris.
Come on, off-brand Chris Pratt. I don't know what the fuck y'all playing.
And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to Striker. And Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps... And yes, Harris has countered with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go.
Is that... That's in game. There's a storm happening in game.
That's all right.
Whoa.
Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee.
I do not like this section.
Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, it's sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much I can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters are hoping we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match.
Damn.
We try.
Yes, we want our money. Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters.
You said bloody. I was doing so good.
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Hold.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting, juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker. But she's in it to win it.
They're picking up a fake,
car bonnet.
and they're picking up a fake invisible ball.
Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's trying to... And the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic... There we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is... everyone!
Okay, the ref has decreed once again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children.
What the fuck is
Another
this?
wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all that's left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
I think I saved
Yeah,
most of the
French
viewers.
doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me.
Yeah.
Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Grade
Houston
E.
again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Boostman out.
Buckets. We seem to have sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
You're going to need a whole new lining up there. Triple silver.
I do not like this.
Your star seems to be in the
Nice, awesome gameplay. Awesome fucking game, though. But I do not like that there's shocky bits now.
than she looks. Am I here?
Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
Oh my god.
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers mostly.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
I'm fucking up because of the electricity shot. It's fried my actual brain. It's
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close to the camera?
Oh,
there.
sorry, yes, it's camera format.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed.
Billy,
that morning, so
I do not
we
like
all
electricity.
didn't say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me
Billy.
and watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't, or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs.
This is actually, I thought it was going to be way more overwhelming than this. It is, but like it's not, I can get used to it.
Gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is
Fuck.
a service
Just
only
lost somebody.
for people who choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their
4-3.
families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
He's just given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
They-
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry, my apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got something. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
Jesus, I rolled your face, fucker. That one was massive. Right, no.
Sorry, that the older generation...
That was an accidental misclick.
Somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of...
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight.
That was so
to tell
bad.
viewers everything they need to know.
You're really doing me at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board Final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
So they just...
It's no,
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
it's for my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I start the leak.
Yeah!
Yippee!
Oh. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this video. This was Jack in the Box James. I am definitely going to be playing this again. It was not at all what I expected, and I fucking loved it. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Oh, wait, hold on. It broke out. Bye!